Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Into the Void. This is a game between RenderMan and notEGIdrA on Cactus Valley, the latter edition. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is RenderMan. And in the bottom right side of the map, that's right, Lolith's name, it is the blue Terran player, notEGIdrA. That's Evil Genius's Idra. Idra was a professional Zerg player, well known for his macro style and his rage. But man, he perfected the Zerg macro style back in Wings of Liberty. Back when roaches were one supply, he would max out on roaches, which for Terran players and Protoss players give you flashbacks if you ever played against that style, which prompted Blizzard to make them 2 supply instead. Yeah, also known for his rage, many games on Husky StarCraft's channel wherein Idra loses and rages. Sometimes he wins and rages. Haven't seen him around for a while, though. I assume he retired at some point. RenderMan tossing out. It's fun. Honestly, it is. So this is Into the Void. This is my examination of silver and bronze level StarCraft 2. Again, it is just, we just look at this to see people that are learning the game, to help them figure out ways they can improve. If you're a lowbie player, you can also see ways you can get better at this. RenderMan going for a pull into an extractor and then into a hatchery against Terran, which again, if it was a 3 racks opening, as it very well could be, we do see stuff like that here in StarCraft 2. Even at the lower levels, this is the good way to go, but generally I think you can be safe going for a hatch first at the silver level, which is what this game is. Scouting with an SCV is notEGIdrA. Going double refinery here and making a Reaper. Alright. And walling off with another supply depot. Alright, so I think this could be a little bit better. notEGIdrA. You can wall this off on this map, basically using a supply depot and a barracks, if you're worried about early lings. Also, the double refinery when you don't have a factory yet, not necessary. Build a factory and then get your second one. Then get your second. Oh, here's our Reaper. Reaper moving out. Moving out while the expand is coming up. There we go. All right, so Reaper hopping out, making a beeline, recognizing he knows where her opponent is because he knows where he is not. And this Reaper's name is 6 because he was able to live long enough in a game to get +3/+3, which is 6, and rich alongside his Marine brothers. Let's see if he can do that. Let's see if he can live to get +3/+3 or not. Sneaking right on in. There's already a queen out, though. That is the benefit of going pool first here. And is it enough to pick it off? No, still alive. Gets a nice scout off. Sees a spine crawler coming up for RenderMan, which seems like a little bit of an overreaction at this stage of the game. I guess he hasn't scouted yet, so perhaps be prepared for anything. Good job not saturating this natural base until he can protect it. Excellent job there by RenderMan. Oh, just kidding. He did make a drone. Made a drone, throwing down a spore crawler there as well. So the way you want to do this is you want to make a queen of this natural as soon as you possibly can. Oh, actually using a KD8 charge to kill that larva. Nicely done. Nicely done, Mr. notEGIdrA. Man, that's a lot of syllables. That's going to get hard to say. Extractor here, not an extractor. Evolution chamber. And a second extractor here for RenderMan as well. So once again, you just don't need this much gas unless you have a roach warren, unless you're going for a quick lair, neither of which things are true here for the Zerg player. So definitely both players have some things they can work on. Tossing down a factory, additional barracks back home. If you're... The thing is, you want a starport here, Mr. Idra. You want a starport thrown in here somewhere. If you're going this much bio with medevac support, they are ultimately a whole ton better here. Walling off at the front with a bunker on his natural base. He has expanded very nicely as well. The Reaper's still alive. He's getting chased down by a couple slowlings, but again, slowlings versus Reapers, as long as there's a minimum of micro, should be okay. Look at this, staying alive here, getting chased by a lot of lings, sending the wounded ones back. RenderMan smart enough to do that. He is getting drop lord action here, though. Where did he make this drop lord? Here's the drop lord. Okay, so that's what the evolution chamber was for. I still don't know why he needs 2 gas. He has 400 gas in the bank, and really it's just making lings and getting additional extractors here as well. Man, I hope you have some plans for that, because otherwise this could all just be minerals. Could all totally be minerals. 30 to 31 harvesters. RenderMan is down a little bit in that count to his Zerg opponent. Or to his Terran opponent, rather. Now it's actually switched over. So when it's this close, you see that a lot. So here we go. Slow ling drop. Speed just about to complete. So it will be a speed ling drop here inside the main. There is a tank. There is a bunker protecting the front. There is nothing protecting this mineral line at the natural base, nor anything really in the main base whatsoever here. Marine count should be a little bit higher here for RenderMan. He is doing not too badly. Oh, he sends some lings at the front, trying to bait the Marines to get on in there. Lings walking right into this mineral line. Tank fire! Wow, taking out a lot of these Lings. SCV's getting caught in that splash as well, though, but all the Lings get cleared out. 8 kills on that siege tank. Wow. Only 2 SCVs lost, so not a bad thing. That tank placement actually did manage to cover this expansion mineral line as well as the front door. Whether on purpose or not, I do not know, but it worked out well in the end for Mr. notEGIdrA. We do have Lings scouting around for RenderMan, trying to see if there's any ninja expands from our friend, and there are not. There are not at this point. +1 missile attack with a lair upgrade. Do you have a Roach Warren? No, I don't. RenderMan seems to be getting things at random here, which again, it's Into the Void. It's what we can expect out of this. The +1 evolution, you want to have a Roach Warren if you're doing that, unless he's going lair directly to Swarm Host, which would be the one thing that kind of makes sense. He's getting a Spore Crawler at both of his mineral lines, at his first and his second base. His third base is coming up as well, just to the north. Creep spread will connect this third and this natural base fairly well. No creep spread connecting the main to the natural yet, but I mean, that distance is pretty short. I'm not sure how important it is to get that one quite yet. So let's see. Lair's done. What do we do with this thing? Infestation pit, immediate infestation pit, Idra. Hydralisk den. Okay, so that's what the +1 attack is for. It's for Hydras. Yeah, alright, so it's Hydra Lurker, which is not a great composition against Terran. It was good early. Back in the beta for Legacy of the Void, when Lurkers existed, players were struggling a lot. Like QXC was struggling a lot against Lurkers as a Terran player, but we haven't really seen them a lot recently, just because, again, Liberators are good, tanks are pretty good. Marauder groups can kind of stim in there and get rid of those Lurkers nicely. If your opponent's very heavy on Marines, it's going to be a fairly nice answer there. It's just they don't do extra damage versus Marines. It's just the fact they have so few hit points. This Viking by notEGIdrA is doing very well. Has already cleared out 2 Overlords. He's going to get this Drop Lord as well. Supply blocking RenderMan pretty well. This Queen is trying to save her Drop Lord. I don't think it's going to happen. If the Viking is willing to take a couple shots to the face... Got it. Yep, exactly. 1 shot. Got it. Unsupply blocked his RenderMan because he just made a whole ton of Overlords. He has 90 supply out of 66 that he's using right now. 11 Hydras in production for RenderMan. He is actually very lucky. There wasn't that 5-minute drop, which is so popular in TVZ because he had pretty much nothing to deal with it. He had some Lings, but they were running around outside Nowheresville. Spire here. Again, you need to harass Zerg in the early game if you're going to do this. Idra, I like your keeping up in worker count. That is excellent news. Actually, some Hydras trying to sneak along this left side of the natural base of Idra on the low ground, but this tank is absolutely wrecking them. Get out of there. If there are tanks, I mean, you're not taking extra damage because you're not armored, but still, tanks do so much damage, doing 40 damage to Hydralisks when they only have 85 hit points, 80 hit points. So he will two-shot you. He'll two-shot you, that tank will. That is not a good place to be. So 3 bases, 47 to 54 Harvesters. Idra is again up in that count, doing pretty well. Got Marines, got Marauders, got Liberators, got tanks, got Vikings. I'm liking this compositional choice we've got from notEGIdrA, working on a fusion core as well, probably for advanced ballistics, if I had to guess what it is. And probably not for Battlecruiser, although that would be nice. A Lurker Den, there it is. Lurker Den morphing in here from the Hydralisk Den out of RenderMan. Infestation Pit coming in as well. This is kind of the Zerg dream. After that first Reaper, there's been absolutely no harass whatsoever from the Terran player, although he is coming now. He is coming now. Some of his air units, oh, is he going to attack at the front and then hit at the back? Oh, free Overlords. Bad rally. Bad rally by RenderMan. Oh, he sent his slow Overlords over. Lings up here trying to knock down a missile turret at this third base. Good scout by the Lings, but they don't really do any damage otherwise. This is so many dead Overlords. How many? 5 dead Overlords and a dead Drop Lord. That is a lot of early stuff here. Corruptor Hydralisk Lurker out of RenderMan. Viking tries to kill the Corruptors. Nope. Hydras say no. Liberator gets exploded as well. Yeah, so kind of wrong place, wrong time there. It was coming in for an attack and accidentally scouted into that little era group. Idra does have Marines and does have this tank once again, trying to get rid of these dudes, but nope, high ground spotted thanks to the Corruptors. And now what exactly? I don't know. Marines Marauders do shoot the Hydralisks and these Corruptors away. They can't do anything against these ground units, these mobile units anyway. Did try to caustic spray that refinery, but didn't really work out in the end. This group is pretty big out of notEGIdrA. Both players floating a bunch of money right now, over 1,000 each. RenderMan just tossed in 12 Hydralisks and is making a lair to bring his bank below 500 for each now. So great job spending that money. It is still 3 base to 3 base. notEGIdrA needs to toss down some additional barracks, some additional factories, some additional starports, something to spend this money. I guess he is getting 6 Marines, 2 medevacs, 2 Marauders as well, and getting +1 infantry armor. Trying to take a 4th base. Ling scouting this out, trying to knock down a command center all by his lonesome, which is difficult considering he has exactly +1 melee attack upgrades. +2 missile attack on the way from the RenderMan. And notEGIdrA needs to move. He needs to get out. I recognize he's on 4 bases, which is great. Essentially on 4 bases to the 3 for the Zerg, but you just can't leave the Zerg player alone this much. Although, again, RenderMan's doing a really, really weird composition with the Hydras and the Corruptors. I don't know. I just don't know what to expect out of this thing. Holding the center zone like a watchtower with a Ling to make sure it is safe. Taking a 4th base way up north in the top left instead of the more traditional 4th base here just outside his main, or I mean maybe even the 4th base just north of his 3rd. He went way out. This is, I mean, basically ninja expand, and not 100% ninja expand just because it is, I mean, fairly close to the 3rd. Not really a weird place to put it, but still pretty odd. Weapon refit, getting Yamato cannon. notEGIdrA is in fact going battle cruiser against a Corruptor Hydra player. Not a good life choice, I'm gonna say. Yes, you do have the support of some tanks and Marines and Marauders and whatnot, which is good, but both Hydralisks and Corruptors are really good against battle cruisers. Corruptors to the point they were built to destroy battle cruisers. Like, that's why the Swarm invented these things. That is why, what's his name? Abathur. This is why Abathur developed them. Planetary Fortress coming up at the 4th base for notEGIdrA. Adrenal glands on the way for RenderMan, increasing the attack speed of the Lings. Has an idle drone here at his 3rd base. Not too bad. Otherwise, he's doing pretty good, keeping his drones at work. Looks like he's even really transferring workers off of his main pretty well to go other places. That +2 missile attack about to complete here for the Zerg player. Pretty good scans. Trying to see what is up and where the Zerg player is, and it's time to move. notEGIdrA, you're maxed out, dude. Maxed out at 12 minutes is not shabby for a Terran player and Into the Void. Here he comes, massive Doom drop, trying to sneak inside the main base of RenderMan. His army is way out of position to defend this thing. That's why you have Overlords in between the bases unloading here inside the main base. There are extra medevacs, I guess, for healing, I suppose, but here comes the stimming forward. Marines and Marauders with +1/+1. Lurker Den explodes immediately. Spore Caller done as well. Good pull of the drones by RenderMan. Good reaction time here, but a bunch of Hydras showing up to take down this 4th planetary fortress. It is going to die instantly. There it goes. Hydras and Corruptors are still there. Main base still under fire. Spawning pool explodes. Spine Crawler. No. Stay. I guess he needs to defend against this army is what he's doing. He's coming back after taking out most of RenderMan's stuff. Anyway, but here come the Hydras. Here come the Lurkers. 176 to 169 total supply. Liberators trying to kill what they can, but again, Hydra's pretty good. And Corruptors also pretty good against Liberators. Stimming forward, Marines and Marauders. These Hydras are in a lot of trouble. If they walk into the Lurkers, though, be careful, and you're overstimmed as well. Oh, the Lurkers. Ooh, great positioning there by RenderMan. Oh. Basically baiting the Bioforces into those Lurkers. It's a stand and fight right now. Lurkers again coming into the party. A lot of stuff on the ground is getting massacred by these Lurkers. They're trying to take them out. Focus them down. There are still 3 Lurkers, though. 5 kills, 19 kills, 8 kills. And suddenly it's 148 to 90 total supply. 3rd base, 4th base by notEGIdrA is totally out. 5th base is coming up here, but Ling's finding the pulled away SCVs here to the left of the natural base. notEGIdrA in a ton of trouble right now. Ton of trouble there. Wow, down to 37 workers compared to 52 for the Zerg player. Lurkers again, so darn effective. So effective. I kind of like this, actually. Lurker Hydra Corruptor against Terran seems moderately viable. Ling's rolling in here to the front door of notEGIdrA. A lot of Lings are dying. Again, they have upgrades, but it doesn't matter too much. Tank has 18 kills and can actually rock these Lurkers from distance. The Corruptors are your problem, man. You got to take them down. You need Marines for that. Missile turret does it as well, and pulling back. The Zerg player doesn't want to move in here, but notEGIdra's in a lot of trouble. I guess losing the main wasn't exactly a picnic for RenderMan, he does have creep tumors keeping Evolution Chamber and Infestation Pit alive, which is nice for him, but he's still pushing. Oh, he's got Swarm Host. That's what he is doing. Swarm Host, Locust with +2 attack are terrifying. Abjectly, like unarguably, inarguably terrifying. Liberator setting up Liberator Defender mode circles, trying to get rid of those Swarm Hosts and Hydras. There we go. Moving in now before the Swarm Host can get another thing of Locust up. Actually focusing down the Corruptors. First of all, the Marauders should be used to get these while the Marines take down the Corruptors. Come back. Come back. Get the Swarm Host. You have another scan? Tell him you have another scan right now. Dude. Do you have a scan? Nope, not a scan. And oh, just barely has a scan. Get it, but now they're ready for Swarm Host Locust attack number 2. And actually, Liberator's pretty good in that situation. Swarm Hosts are forced to retreat. More Swarm Hosts popping up here outside this base, flying over the rocks and gonna land on top of these tanks direct, I have to imagine. Actually, the Marines saving the day there, making the Locust land there. So the Liberators can kill them inside the circle. If the Locust had landed over here or something, that's a lot of trouble for that siege tank for sure, as well as this natural base. So has an army back, does Idra. He's not completely out of it. 103, 108 to 114 total supply. Again, Swarm Host, a bit of a problem. Some Lings got inside the main, going after a Tech Lab add-on. Here on the starport for notEGIdrA, another base is now up for RenderMan. And Locust getting that tank. There we go. This has been trying to do this whole time. And then waltzing into the natural base, killing the SCVs on the gas, at least one of them on the gas. Again, Liberators holding this front with the Defender mode circles has been pretty good. Pretty good. Banshee in the mix as well for Idra. I like that. I like that. I like some upgrades as well. Does he have an armory? Or has he completely skipped that at this point? I think he skipped it. Also hasn't bothered making any battle cruisers. He's been a little bit mineral starved, as he only has about 100 in the bank right now. RenderMan at 2,000 in the bank. Heading out is Idra, basically to finish off what was left of RenderMan's main. This is why you bring a Raven. This is why you have scans available. You got to clear out these creep tumors, man. Attacking on the creep is just a terrible idea. It makes me nervous. It makes me nervous watching this. All right, so third base by RenderMan is going to die. What does RenderMan have? He has 29 Lings and 12 Swarm Hosts, but this army is more mobile than those things. Although Locust waltzing here inside the natural base, getting rid of that natural orbital command very quickly indeed. Lifting that's probably a good idea. Swarm Host trying to walk into the circles of doom, 2 of them dying immediately. Not going to happen. Natural base, actually that's the third that died. That third's that died, and the natural base is the next target. You have a scan. You have a scan available. Kill these creep tumors. Marines, Marauders, +2, terrifying force. Taking out the Spore Caller, defending, get rid of this hatchery as well. Suddenly it's 91 to 70 total supply. notEGIdrA rather, is doing very well as of late. He's still trying to hold on to his main base. These Lings are kind of running free in here, which is bad news. A lot of planetary fortresses at Idra's secret 4th base. He's making a 5th base and a 6th base right now, while the Zerg player is otherwise occupied by the fact that everything is going to pot. Coming back home is the Terran army to deal with these Swarm Hosts that keep sending swarms of Locusts way far away, way far away. Going to try to land inside the main base here for notEGIdrA, and they'll have some time to maybe take out a barracks before they expire, but that's about it. And barracks gone, and there's the explosion. Where are they? Where are the Swarm Hosts? Are they actually? They're actually burrowed. They're actually burrowed. They are. Lings trying to take down an expired refinery. Not a great target, but that's just fine. All right, Zerg player, what are you doing? He has a ton of overlords up here in the top left. Does he have a? He has a lair. He actually has a lair up at his top left. He did a good job with that one. Swarm Hosts. Here comes a swarm of Locusts against Marines and Marauders with +2 and Medivacs. Who's going to win this fight? The answer is the Marines and the Marauders for sure. Run, Swarm Hosts. Run for your lives. Do you guys have concussive shell? You have concussive shell. Hit him. Hit him. Slow him down. There you go. One. Another one. Hit it. Slow it down. There you go. Excellent job here. Out of EG. Again, a scan and a kill of creep tumors would be brilliant. Oh, there's the scan, and the Swarm Hosts are dead. Yep, Swarm Hosts are out. Burrowing, they're not your greatest life choice, Mr. RenderMan. Every single Swarm Host get taken out. Suddenly, it's 94 to 57 total supply. 12 Lings and 4 Hydras in production for the RenderMan. Here we go. Scans and clearing out creep tumors. This is what we need. This is what we need. He doesn't know about these top left bases, though. He scouted them earlier. There was nothing there. He's making a mistake of assuming that is still the case, which it is not. Getting the infestation pit, finally. Been sitting here alone for like 10 minutes, it feels like. Toast, evolution chamber going to die, refinery is going to die. RenderMan does not really want to come back in here anytime soon. And working on just orbital command upgrades is notEGIdrA at his sneaky bases. Lings finding the sneaky fourth, but planetary fortresses should take those Lings out very, very quickly indeed. Sneaky, sneaky sixth base does not have a planetary fortress here, and Lings are going to do a little bit more damage. As it turns out, Liberator running, hauling, trying to get back to save this thing. I don't know if she's going to get there in time, though. This is +1 Lings with adrenal glands, right? Yes, indeed it is. Adrenal glands. Liberator, where are you going? I mean, lift the orbital command. That's another trick. You toss down, or you lift up the orbital command so that the Lings can't actually attack it, especially since you're not mining. Lings here at the fifth base, though, in the top right. Going to town on these SCVs. Run, SCVs, run! Run for your life. Why are you not running? Please run. Please run. They're not. They're not gonna run. Alright. Alright. Great SCV Massacre of 2017. It's 32-19 harvesters. RenderMan. Is he... I don't know how, but he might be able to deal with this thing. Pro tip for notEGIdrA. If there are 2 Zerglings causing trouble, send like a couple Marines to get rid of them. Don't send your whole army. Your whole army needs to be out here finding stuff and murdering things for your opponent. All right, so a Ling Hydra composition here for a RenderMan. He's making more and more drones. It's 37-25 harvesters. This is kind of like a brand new game right now. Ling's coming in to take out this orbital command. Liberator having a great time. Lift the orbital command. Lift it. Didn't lift it, and the Lings took it down. That should never happen. That should never, ever happen. Orbital commands can lift. Lings cannot kill things that are in the air. Again, pro tip from the Falcon Paladin. notEGIdrA. Big ol' force. 126-96 total supply. +2/+2 Marines, Marauders, Liberators, and Medevacs with some Viking support and a couple battle cruisers here. Sneaky third base by RenderMan under fire. What anti-air does he have? Some Corruptors and some Hydras and some Queens. Liberators need to set up support on this left side. They're doing a good job covering this expansion, but not a big deal. Battle cruisers taking Queens down. One battle cruiser dying very, very quickly, but absorbing a lot of damage, tanking fairly nicely, I would say, for notEGIdrA. And that's it. The good game out of RenderMan with the army at his front door. He taps out. notEGIdrA is victorious. And that's going to be it for this match. Whew. Good one. That was a really fun Into the Void. Anytime both players kind of have to relocate midway through the game, it's going to be very excellent here. So again, lot to learn from, lot to be entertained by as well. I hope both players got a chance to watch this and see what they did correctly. So excellent, excellent work indeed. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Into the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Broken and ashamed by what you have done. There is no redemption, and so you must run. And it's taken your heart and broken your soul. You cannot go back until you're made whole. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live. place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, there's a light upon you, and you follow it on. Looking for a reason and a way to atone. All around you, the planets and stars. You're lost in a maelstrom of a great new unknown. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, and you're running into the void. You go searching into the void. And you're running into the void.